I have returned. After what? Half a year? Yeah, something like that. I don't exactly tell my brain where to put my focus, but still, I am back. And that is all that matters. And interestingly enough, I still remember everything that happened in this game. So take that modern AAA writing. Old Obsidian is still better. Now, in case you haven't watched my other videos, not that I would blame you, I got to the end of Act 1. Had to fight my way up this tower right here, at a strategical disadvantage, because being the stupid idiot I am, I actually let Beric return to the disfavored camp. But I actually managed to do that boss fight on my very first try, and basically commandeer the spire. Now it belongs to me, and we're supposed to go from here. Okay, let's look around, see what's new here. Okay, spire management. Edicts. Nothing seems to be happening. Oh, I see. So these are the edicts that happen in the prologue. So technically they are still ongoing. Okay. And we are right here. What can we do with this spire? Mysterious device. The ancient device perched atop the mountain spire in Vendrian's Well is the product of a forgotten age. It is unclear what function it once had, or if it can be used again. Resting in any spire grants a bonus to all skills. Yep, got a +5 to everything until my next rest. Not much, but it's still something. Okay, we can hire some recruits, it looks like. Merchant, who also makes camping supplies. Skill trainers. Battlefield scavenger with many unique items. I imagine those are going to cost a lot, so probably not a good idea to start with that. Skill trainer. Smith, who regularly produces weapons. Okay, but like, are they free? I would like that to be free. Lone Fang, Lord Beast woman who regularly provides food to take into battle. Interesting. I don't have much money left, actually. But if you're giving me free food, that's basically free buffs. That would be good to drain my item hoarding tendencies away. A Lone Fang will appear the next time you travel to the mysterious device. Fair enough. It looks like there are 5 spires altogether. There's also gonna be some upgrade materials. Looks like it has power of some sort. Alright. Now, what should we do? Stirring visions. Whatever you did in Ascension or in Vendrian's Well has given you the power to interact with the spire. Before you ascended the spire, you had a vision when the edict broke. Understanding this vision might help you better grasp this new power you have acquired. Okay, interact with the Spire device. The teleporter that brought you to the top of the mountain spire at Vendrian's Well has shut off and left you stranded atop the pillar. Perhaps the strange device at its center might hold the key to activating it once again. Okay, so I am going to start with that. Okay. Let's take a very quick look around. To the east you can see deep ashen clouds surrounding the burning library. Yeah, I kinda did that. In the prologue. Probably gonna have to go there too. To the west you see the shining spire of Lathian's Crossing. Ooh, that's another spire. Definitely going there. But for now, show me what you got. On closer inspection, a series of symbols carved around the base of the structure come into view. One symbol pulses with the blue-white glow. The pattern resembles the glowing lines of light seen on the floor of Ascension Hall, moments before you find yourself transported above the clouds. As you stare at the symbol, the chill of the wind abates, and your chest swells with warmth. The air finally feels welcoming, your lungs sated at last. I'd be careful going any closer. This whole tower is humming with energies that we don't understand. Lantry holds his quill poised above a sheet of parchment with anticipation. Now, I didn't say back away. Let's find out what it does. Just be cautious. You staked your claim on the tower and everything in it. Whatever that sculpture is, it belongs to you. You're goddamn right. I can feel power running through this place. Ebb surveys the surroundings, her gaze sweeping to the object at the center. You can sense the magic of the spire, even from down below. But up here, this close to the axis of the spire, the deluge of energy is numbing. Do you maybe know what this thing is? The surface of the stone edifice trembles at your words. For a brief moment, the solid rock undulates, the same motion as a quiet pond rippled by rain. An echo bounces back from afar, your voice distorted and unfamiliar. Is this thing... Your voice, for a moment there, sounded like song. The sculpture is once again still. There is a rush warmth through your body, a jolt of enervation that steadies your balance. A barrage of tactile sensation floods your mind as you feel footsteps and wind, but not on your face or your limbs. A moment later, the flood of information begins to make sense. You are feeling the wind against the spire, and even the weight of your own feet, as if the spire were a second spine. With this connection made, you feel your awareness pull from this place, not as a traveler, but as one glimpsing the world from impossibly far away. In this moment, there is nothing you cannot see, though you see it nearly all at once in a flood of sensation that is difficult to parse. You see a spire at the crossing of an ancient stone structure, two walls extending off into the distance. At the base of this eternal spire, settlers and merchants act in every way unconcerned, toiling under the observation of unforgiving taskmasters. As the shadow of the spire falls over them, the mood changes. The settlers pause in shared unease and look up at the sky, toward you. Though you haven't seen it in person, you are certain this is a vision of Lathian's Crossing, for nowhere else are the tearsmen brave or desperate enough to settle at the intersection of bane-ridden old walls. Near this settlement built at the joining of the ancient walls, you see a breach in the massive masonry, a cleft into the forbidden hidden realm within the old walls. Let's drift into the old walls entrance. Shadows envelop you. muting all sound and vision with slight delay. There is a feeling of perversion, of wrongness. Whatever arcane power is allowing your senses to drift free of your body seems to falter in this place. Figures haunt the stone halls, drifting emanations of cloud, claw, and fang. They pay you no heed, but you fear them all the same. In the depths of this forbidden place, the deepest chamber is bathed in light. An arcane symbol illuminates the floor, though the details hurt your eyes when you focus. With a gentle tug, your focus pulls back to a new horizon, though it takes you a moment to recognize it as Vendrian's well. You've returned to the awareness of your immediate surroundings. The effect leaves you unsteady on your feet. Alright, that was a thing. Let's see the spire now. The spire feels similar to the one you now occupy, though instead of radiating arcane life, it reeks of dust and crumbling stone. A branch, withering, once pulled from its tree. It reaches for you with a barely perceptible tug. The link between you and the spire recedes. The arcane bond is still present, but the mystical energies for the moment are quiet. Your body flooded with excitement and fatigue. It's unclear whether the mystic connection is strengthening you or siphoning. The tower offers nothing by way of answer, and you know that asking would only yield more silence and mystery. The deluge of sensation is over, but the positions of the other spires still linger in your mind. From your vantage point up atop the mountain spire, you can easily spot the mysterious structures, each of them rising high above their distant surroundings. Okay, that sounded like a level up. And a portal. Did you sense that? Lantry signs long sigil in the air, squinting at you as he works his cantrip. The ripples are everywhere. When you move, the magic of this place stirs and churns. That portal over there, those burning braziers, they all grow more intense as you approach. I think it's responding to your presence. Before we get ahead of ourselves, it's worth remembering that you ended Kyros' edict. That's no small feat. Maybe your connection to this place is related. Either way, sounds like something for the arcane-minded to investigate. Speak with me after you see Tunon, Fatebinder. The disfavored need to be shown their place. If a dog acts up, use a firm hand to put it back down. If we are to succeed in the tiers, we must work quickly. I will be waiting. There he goes. Okay, so now the main quest is to investigate the other spires. Okay, you have gained access to Haven. The region spire is attached to the old walls at the Letheans Crossing settlement. Travel there and find a way to gain access to the spire. Very well. But before that, we need to go report to our boss, Tunon. In the Western City? Before I do anything here, let's see if Verse has something to say.
So, the Scarlet Chorus and Disfavored are at each other's throats. Can't say I didn't see that coming, but the Archons might have waited until one war was over before they started another.
Do you think I made the right decision?
Fighting with the Scarlet Chorus? Oh, never doubt yourself for backing the winning team. The Chorus has the best chance of succeeding in the tiers. For all their skill, the Disfavored are too stubborn by far. Who can say? War is all about compromising your morals, deciding who lives and dies. What seems like a mistake turns into your greatest call down the road.
Well, if you put it that way, maybe you're right.
I'll say this much, our time together is anything but dull. My blades are yours for as long as you'll have me.
And I think I will continue to have you. At least until I find someone more badass. Okay, but what about you?
Salutations, Fatebinder. Or should I now call you Lord of Vendrian's Well? The Spire King? Prince of the suggestive vertical slab.
Oh, you are still really cheeky. Suits you. Fatebinder is fine. No need for other titles.
That is how I met you, so that's how it's gonna stick in my mind. So if I might ask, what is your plan now? The edict no longer looms overhead, and Kyros' conquest of the Tiers seems to be slipping, what with the armies in civil war.
Well, before I decide any of that, gonna speak with the boss?
I would counsel you to do just that. I'm sure the events of Vendrian's Well are best explained from your mouth to Tunon's ears. Furthermore, I'd guess the Archon of Justice would want to know your take on the Archons and their divide.
Yeah, probably.
Well, short of Tunon giving you orders on pain of death, you have the luxury of acting on your own volition. Though the disfavored are likely to come for you. Whatever you decide, I'm at your disposal.
Indeed you are. That was the condition of keeping her alive, so of course. Okay, what is this? Loyalty skill. Doratus' embrace. Ebb and the party are lifted into the sky. Ebb then radiates moonlight, healing allies and harming enemies. Interesting. Is suspended. Targets cannot move or attack and can only be targeted by ranged attacks. So it's basically stasis. That can save us against melee opponents. Interesting. That sounds pretty cool. What about your fear skill? Art of the Storm. Abby imbues the Fatebinder's weapon with the ability to channel lightning through it. While the effect remains, the Fatebinder's attacks will evoke a powerful electrical explosion. Oh, this one's also pretty nice. Pretty small radius, but... Okay, this says weapon. I imagine that also counts if I'm using my fists. Maybe we'll see. Okay, now where do I go? Okay, Ascension Hall. This was the place of the boss battle. The stone throne is caked with a solid layer of dust. No one has sat upon it for quite some time. I wish I had the option now to do just that. The intricacies of this architecture suggest a master of craftsmanship that is far beyond what one would expect from a normal tiersman. Well, yeah, obviously, they didn't build it. All that remains on the plates and in the goblets are molded bits of bread and dingy water. Decent meal hasn't been had in this room for a long time. That should probably change. Okay, I don't remember leaving stuff behind here. What's this? Okay, 2 balls. And a broken helmet. Okay. Now where exactly is my boss? He's not here in the Citadel, right? Ooh, what's this? Ooh, what's that? Two-handed mace. Wow. Ah, here we go. World map. That's the spire I gotta go to next. But let's visit the boss first. When the bastard city fell to Kyros' armies, Tudon the Adjudicator, Archon of Justice, claimed the palace for his own. Now, Tudon's court serves as the center of law and governance for the tiers. Takes about 2.5 days to get here. Alright, I am here. Whole bunch of civilians in the place. Any petitioners that displaced Tudon would meet their fate in the pits below the court. Wow, is there maybe a way to petition having one of these in the real-life courtrooms? That would solve a bunch of problems. Okay, you have a name. Are you important? Lady Lucretius. This well-dressed older woman stands apart from the milling crowds of nobles. She stares off into the distance, oblivious to your approach, until you're right in front of her. Oh, greetings, she offers a reserved smile. Anda Lucretius, formerly of Thistleholm. You have the look of someone who belongs here. A Fatebinder, no doubt, she nods. Do you need something from me? Okay, how has the bastard city fared since the conquest? The armies claimed the city in a quieter, more organized manner than I might have expected. I can credit them that much to be sure. Kyros' forces made short work of our local mages. I never approved of the school of Wild Wrath, but at least they were ours to control. I'm not sure what the blood chanters I see on patrol. I'm not sure that the blood chanters I see on patrol are a better alternative. We've suffered our share of hardships, but it seems that Kyros wants us alive. That's a more generous outcome than some of us were led to believe. I see. Carry on then. I got a job. Tudon's court is in session. Approach him and tell him what happened at Vendrian's Vale. Okay, you're gonna let me through. Hello, boss.
You call yourselves officers of Kyros' army, but your conduct falls short of my expectations. The court finds your accounts of Vendrian's well lacking, rife with misdirection and fallacy, fouled with baseless accusation.
The shadows beneath Tunon's cloak darken and flare around him. Murmurs of unease erupt in the court. Okay. He's having a dramatic moment. Not gonna interrupt that. Your Honor, I have relayed the events as I experienced them. You can well imagine why my version conflicts with his. She makes a dismissive gesture to the Scarlet Chorus representative. On my honor, and on that of the great general, I would sooner snap my sword than perjure myself before you, Archon. Oh, so you imply that falsehood comes easier to my lips than yours. You're a fool if you believe the Archon of Justice won't see through your lies because the disfavored think themselves better than an honest gang.
Silence! The contradictions in your statements will be examined, and falsities threshed from truths. If we find you have perjured yourselves, Bled and Mark will see to your fate.
The Archon turns and you feel his gaze upon you. Who is Bled and Mark? Bled and Mark is Kyros' knife in the shadows, the unseen drop of poison that enforces the Overlord's will. He reports to Tunon the Adjudicator, serving in his capacity as the final word to those who hold Kyros' law in contempt. You know the origin of the Archon of Shadows, or how Kyros maintains a hold on him. Those who anger the Archon never leave long past sunset. Okay.
Fatebinder, we will start with the matter of the Archons. Graven Ash and the Voices of Nerat have declared war upon each other. In addition to violating Kyros' peace, they have thrown the conquest of the Tears into disarray. By all accounts, these hostilities began shortly after your arrival. Tell us what transpired.
He can just fucking die and say we weren't there. It's hilarious. Okay, so we can go verbose. Or very brief. He would probably like verbose, right? The Archons could not agree on who should lead the siege, and they sent it into accusations of treachery. It seemed a mutual spat. The disfavored were more deserving of the honor. Our tactics and training outmatched the Vendrian Guard at every turn. What bothered Ash? The disfavored couldn't tip over a straw hat if they had a week to strategize. Our howling mob was better equipped to overwhelm the Vendrian Guard. Our recruits were ready to throw themselves at the enemy. Only Ash and his legion would agree to a plan.
The Fatebinder presents testimony. I warn you both against speaking out of turn. Something more than a mere disagreement unraveled this campaign. But I will return to that in time. Let us speak of Ascension Hall. From all accounts, it would seem you were instrumental in its capture, or so the petitioner of the Scarlet Chorus testifies. The disfavored commander has a dimmer view of the matter. Lend me your perspective.
I can lie and say I took the Citadel with my own strength, employing the Scarlet Chorus as a distraction. I mean, if you really think about it, this one is not even a lie, since I had to move by myself and open the gate from the other side so they can come through. So technically, the chorus was a distraction. and I had to do all the heavy lifting. I'm not sure why this counts as a lie. But I'm not gonna lie here. I joined with the Scarlet Chorus. We took the Citadel with an unstoppable advance.
The edict meant certain doom if the siege failed. So why, when your survival depended on it, did you join your strength to the Scarlet Chorus and not the elite disfavored?
I don't know. The Voices of Narat was willing to win the Citadel at any cost. Ash values his army more than his duty to Kyros. That might actually be true. For a long while, the Adjudicator hovers in silence, shadows trailing from below his robes.
I will consider this testimony at length. The court thanks you for it. Is there anything you wish to add at this time?
I have told you all that I know. That is relevant to this discussion.
Your testimony is accepted by the court. The statements of our guests raise questions in my mind. There is much about this campaign that has caused me to wonder. A shipment of iron weapons was short on arrival. Where coveted iron is concerned, I don't believe it to be a clerical error. One of my agents recovered this seal in Echo Call. It belongs to a merchant collective. Lethian's Crossing is teeming with their kind. If you would root out treachery, I would advise starting there. Petitioners, leave us. I would have a private audience with the Fatebinder. Ascend and join me. You will find the way opened.
Okay, boss. Alright, guys, I think you should wait over
You got it.
here. And I am going up here. What's this now? Oh, hey, you are Blood and Mark. Welcome back, kid. Amusing as it would have been to watch the edict drop, I guess I'm glad you lived. Blade and Mark, Archon of Shadows, rises from a faraway stare, turning to face you with a wry smile. Though he stands still, he seems to sift in and out of the shadows that shroud him. Gained wrath, lost favor. Okay, what did I do? Sided with the Scarlet Chorus, ha! You like secrets and trickery. The Archon gives you a long stare, punctuated at the end with a short sneer. Interesting. Time was of the essence, but Ash was slow to act. I sided with the Archon that would ensure my survival. Okay, they liked that answer. It's not surprising that he'd be cautious. Ash's Legion has warred without reinforcements for years. Unlike the Voices, when his soldiers die, his army dwindles. I imagine you're off to meet with the Voices for, well, whatever it is he has in mind. But first, you and I need to have a little chat. Claire? Everyone's keeping an eye on you. Because you did something nobody has done before. Got a guess as to what that might be? I'm the first Fatebinder to proclaim 2 edicts. Smart guess, but there have been a few others over the centuries to have outlived the honor of proclamation twice. But sure, it's true that most don't survive it. Proclaiming an edict isn't new. Neither is surviving or resolving the commandments of an edict. But you're the first to proclaim and resolve the very same edict, and it didn't kill you. In one fast swoop, you survived your second edict, resolved the very one you had proclaimed, and woke an arcane structure that has slept for several centuries. So, why are you telling me this? Did I do something wrong? Calm down, kid. This isn't a list of charges. He thumbs the blade of a dagger and grins. Prosecution isn't part of my job description. Executing a judgment, well, that's another matter. I don't care what you do with the information, but you should know the danger you're in now. You're in, now that you've put yourself on the map. When you're dealing with voices, don't forget that he'll be doing everything he can to figure out what makes you different, and how he can use it for his own gain. Thanks for the advice. The Archon of Shadows shrugs to you in farewell, but his golden eyes are alight with interest as he watches you. Alright, that was a thing. No idea why he would be interested in me. Okay. I think this is actually a good place to stop. I'm still gonna need a little bit of time to get back into the groove of things, but it is good to be back. You can expect some regular Tyranny updates now. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you haven't seen my previous videos, might be a good time to remedy that situation, and I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.